Hey guys, I'm back with more Final Fantasy 14. I'm going to be doing 2 more side quests and then I'll be able to fly on the last map, the Tempest. And then we'll be doing the last story quest called Shadowbringers, or Shadowbringer I think it is, or 5.0. So there's just these two here. I must say, little one, those garments you're wearing, they are your own original concepts, I take it. Clearly they must be, given their rather singular flamboyance. I would never dream of stifling a fledgling creator's creativity, but to parade about in your cultivated individuality is hardly praiseworthy. And Hammerfine of character shares their creations with the community. They do not hoard them for their use alone. To delight in disparity is a mark of the morally deficient. Disparity engenders feelings of want and resentment, which degrade the bonds of fellowship. Firstly, we encourage creators to share alike, else we risk kindling the embers of covetousness and violence that ever smoulder in the hearts of all. Therefore, I must implore you, little one, to cast aside your original trappings and don the communal robes, that you might acquit yourself as an equal among many. In so doing, you'll be afforded greater respect and autonomy. Worry not, for this will be a simple affair. I recall seeing the gentle soul outside the hall of rhetoric carrying robes perfectly suited for one of your diminutive stature. I am sure they will be glad to share their wealth with you. But do hurry, little one. The eyes of the collective are ever watching and weighing your worth. Interesting. Oh, aren't we looking rather smart this evening? What can I do for you, little one? Robes to serve in lieu of your assemble? Ah, how prudent. Alas, I have nothing I can offer you at this present time. The ones your associates saw me carrying earlier were a failed experiment. I never intended to make them so small, so I disposed of them shortly thereafter. A failed experiment? By your bemused expression, I gather you find it odd that your elders can fail in so simple an application of creation magics. It is more common than you may realize, little one. In this instance, a gaggle of children was passing by as I held the image of the robes in my mind's eye. Simply by becoming aware of their presence was the form influenced and the final product changed. All things considered, it could have been worse. Just the other day I was attempting to conceive a white-haired lion when all of a sudden this exquisite eagle alighted on the nearby railing, giving me quite a shock and dramatically altered my initial concept. Yes, indeed, it was a most unexpected development, but not an altogether unwelcome one. Great strides are often born from unexpected impetuses. But even inspiration has its limits. For all the wonders we have wrought, I do wonder if there will come a time when we have fully explored the potential of our powers, when there is truly nothing left unmade, and only iteration and imitation and stagnation remain. But such historic matters need not concern you, little one. For now, I would encourage you to embrace your creativity and work your magics without fear of failure. Nevertheless, it would still be in your best interest to don the appropriate robe to avoid excess scrutiny. Why don't you go to the bureau of the architect and request the appropriate concept so you can fashion one yourself? Now I go and fashion myself a robe, right? Welcome to the bureau of the architect, little one. Are you here to request a concept for personal use? If so, what sort of concept did you have in mind? Ah, communal robes. That will take but a moment to prepare. But before I fill your request, I should caution you. Pardon me for asking, but your creative potential is, relatively low. Is it not? We are trained to assess these things, and I fear that you do not possess the ability to express this concept in physical form. It's almost as though you completely lack it, though that can't possibly be. But regardless of the reason, you needn't worry. We have brittle tools that may be used to address this very eventuality. I will furnish you with an aetheric robe you can use to restrain one of the misbegotten cubuses that congregate in the plaza north of the Academia Yanda. You will need to weaken your quarry before you can reliably bind them, but once you have, you can repurpose their energies to create your own robes. Okay. go and weaken the Cubus. Welcome back, little one. Did you succeed in finding a Cubus? Yeah. You have done well, little one. Allow me to siphon its energies and prepare the matrix for you. You should only take a moment. Here you are, a creation matrix that you may use to generate your own robes. The concept is inscribed upon the crystal, which has been infused with the ether of the beast you brought me. What? Why are you looking at me as though you do not know how to channel the powers of creation? It is as natural as breathing. Even a newborn babe has the instinct. Even if your potential is lacking, as one of our people, you must surely know what to do. No I don't. With my bar, I need 12 mil. Greetings, little one. Come to debate, and at so young an age. How wonderful. Shall we retire to the benches and settle on a topic? Oh, my apologies for jumping to conclusions. My friends are not quite as fond of the whole of it historic as I am, so I have a habit of chatting up any potential conversation partners. So if you are not here to debate, I presume you are here to learn about the mysterious and esoteric goings on here. It would be my pleasure to act as your tutor in these matters, if you will indulge me. The whole of Rehotoric is, as its name indicates, a place where citizens may freely gather to discuss and debate all manner of topics. This central forum is ideal for open discourse, but smaller rooms are available for those desiring more intimate conversation. Oh, and there is a wealth of reading material concerning rhetorical techniques and history penned by the greatest minds on offer as well. Should you wish to refine your techniques through self-study. To my mind, however, rhetoric is a living, breathing thing that is best experienced in the moment of conception and execution. Perhaps a demonstration would best serve to further your education. I saw a contemporary of mine engaged in a lively debate earlier, just outside the hall. Go and see if they are still there, and issue to them my personal invitation to a friendly battle of wits. Alright. But that is precisely my point, that their obsession with this so-called mandate to prove only the most beneficial concepts for wider distribution, never mind the ridiculous subjectivity of their criteria, has led the Bureau of the Architect astray from its original purpose. Huh? Have you business with me, child? Regardless, I'm in the middle of a heated discussion with my partner. Come back later. No. My position has nothing to do with the intrinsic value of unique identity and whether or not it is retained. Rather, I posit that the reproductions of a given concept are inherently imperfect, and thus they are themselves unique, albeit in minor but significant degrees, and most importantly, this variance is not to be condemned, but celebrated. Better than to strive in vain for an impossible standard that, even if met, would leave us lesser for lack of diversity. The Amantines appear to be engrossed in their debate, utterly deaf to you and your pleas for attention. Aren't you a stubborn little brother? It is strangely endearing, I must admit. We have all the time in the world. Why are you so insistent that I speak with you this very instant? Ah, you are acquainted with that chatterbox? I suppose I do owe them a debate or two, and now it is as good an occasion as any. So be it. I see you found my friend. Thank you, little one. Then without further ado, Let us commence the promised debate. So the matter of what subject we shall debate today, I propose the recent calamity which have befallen our friend across the pond. What say you? The singular point of contention is, of course, whether or not Amara should intervene on their behalf. I believe we should. The scale of the disaster which threatens that distant metropolis is of a scale heretofore unseen, and so equally considerable resources must be committed to counteracting its effects. I disagree. The scale concerns me less than the nature of the proposition itself. Who are we to unilaterally intervene in the affairs of those half a world away? Are we to be the saviours of one and all? Such arrogance may well lead to our own downfall. Hmm. While I understand your concerns from a philosophical standpoint, I fear you are too quick to dismiss practical considerations out of a desire to maintain an unassailable mortal authority. But let us, you and I hold here for the present and offer the flower to our young student. You have heard our opening salvos in this debate concerning the fate of our neighbours across the sea. What is your opinion on the matter? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We cannot save everyone. Sometimes it is all we can to save ourselves. Uh, this one's hard. I'll say the first one, maybe. Indeed. The same can be said regardless of one's opinion on the morality of intervention. There is a clear and undeniable benefit to Amarat in using this situation as a testbed for our newest creations, that we might develop and refine our defences against a potential threat to our own fair city. How readily you see, the moral high ground was not our young friend's point, that we have an empirical obligation to aid those in need. Yet not only do you instead elect to focus on the benefit to Amarat alone, but you also deprive our distant neighbours of the agency to determine their own fate. You misunderstand me. What benefits Amarat benefits all creation. I firmly believe for the knowledge and wisdom we stand to gain from intervention can then be shared with others, empowering everyone to more effectively surmount similar trials in the future. say it has been far too long since I engaged in such a refreshing exchange of ideas. My colleague was equally delighted by the opportunity, he may be assured. Some decry it as little more than an academic exercise. After all, we failed to reach a meaningful consensus. But I dare say they miss the forest for the trees. Are we not more enlightened by the experience? Have we not been exposed to a greater variety of viewpoints? Is there not value in this alone? I truly believe we are blessed to be part of a society that exalts the free exchange of ideas and that encourages active participation in the public discourse. This may have been no more than your first foray into the exciting world of rhetoric, but I sense you have the soul of a debater in you. You may well have the potential to change Armor in ways no one ever thought possible. I shall be watching your trajectory in great interest, my young friend. And I can now fly. Obtain 3 bird achievements for Lakeland, Glacier, and Moraine, Belmont, the Ratica, Greatwood, and the Tempest. Turn Grit on. Now it's time for the main story. I wonder if it lets me go up higher. I mean, how high does it let me? Does let me go up here then? So, what's this lead then? Must be below me. That's for the fight, isn't it? Don't even do that. Down. You can't do it. You mounted. Really? Should be able to though. Not gonna lie, this is pretty amazing. Shadowbringers, the last story quest for 5.0. Do you remember that sword we had atop the tower in Mordsal? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you. You don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking that step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you, no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts. You can count on me to keep on walking. Aww. Warfare spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could. Uniting desperate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it, drag me through wonder and danger, as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavour not to slow you down. As well as those knows, if we are to usher Emitself onto his rest, we must needs bind his Asian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task requires oversight, and such have I prepared upon the exarch's asking. Nevertheless, though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said boon, the future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Asian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emitself's destruction will be the culmination of the exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiness I of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Our time in First has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path in the Source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, though through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus would I return the favour, do as your heart decrees, without hesitation or regret, and that is all I will say on the matter. Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Ambrang. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, Rito, by dragging me into this sorry mess. You have given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Ring's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. Oh. When Minfidia entrusted me with her power, he warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. And she was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gold, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to find the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you keep me moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Tancred, the others, they've all been there when I needed help. When Fidia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you, and I want to. I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. Oh. Then you shouldn't hang your head. I'm not asking to be saved. The first one. I shouldn't. Fate can be cruel, but a small better suits a hero. We must all keep looking forward, like the heroes who never gave up hope for this world. I think the second one sounds better. I'm not sure who you... Actually, never mind. I think the answer might be different for all of us. No, nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision. Pluto, I'm going with you. Right, before I do fight, let's do this. To my face, might as well. And it's time for the final part. Well, Not the entire final part, but final part 5.0. So this is what it looks like inside. These doors open. Except for that one, I suppose. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official right of permission before admittance will be granted. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Emmet Selk.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not he who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
Well, to stop you, of course. We came here to stop you. We came here for the exile. For both, but stop you.
Did you now? One last do-or-die attempt to foil my plans before your mind dissolves into madness? How very, very heroic of you. In every single age, there is always someone who wants to stand up to the evil Ascians. Always the same arrogance, the same insistence that the world belongs to them, as if theirs were the only rightful claim, theirs the only existence worthy of preservation. Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the Ancients? Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you, fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star. Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his Sin Eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone, and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us, and us alone.
Selk! We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star.
Damn.
Behold the coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment. I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Camera now accessible. So that's also a trial, I think. Oh, maybe not. So is it a dungeon? Yeah, that's like a dungeon. And then I suppose after that would be a trial, probably. To the depths of the Tempest, to the ocean floor itself, you have come to rescue the Crystal Exarch from the phantom city of Amarat, but bearing your way is the architect of this A4 construct. M itself, the Asian, he would lead the first onto destruction. The light within you strains as its corporeal confines, the threatening to break free at any moment. Time does not favour the warrior of darkness. He must brave the final days of Amarat and confront M itself in the very midst of this recreated calamity. Damn. And you get Adigan Tombstone of Phantasmagoria and Adigan Tombstone of Adigoria. That's what was there before. Adigan Tombstone of Garishia. Should I get discontinued? Wait, what else is there? Ah. Yeah, I need obviously the Beastmen tribes. Right then. So average armor level is 410 and it'll be 440. Right, since I'm on Dark Knight, Alpha No, let's say, so I think I'm gonna have
Our fates
are
are not yet
Jay
sealed.
for that, and then I won't have it like that for now. Let's see how this goes. So this is Amarat, the Calamity.
Welcome to the final days of Amarat. The fabric of our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation begat malformed beasts.
Pretty sure I don't miss any treasure.
Just as prayer gives rise to primals, our dread made manifest our deepest fears.
Fire first beast. Okay. Yeah, that's lovely.
On guard! Let's give them a show! This is going to leave a mark!
Andre, why are you standing there?
On guard! Away with you!
I shall protect thee. The land buckled. The cities burned. The waters ran red with blood.
Syria. The fuck is that?
Gloves are off.
All that I have and more I bring to bear.
On guard!
You didn't really need, but I will. So this is the second doom. Terminus Bellwether. What the fuck is that? That bloody Turkey.
shall protect thee. Yet this was far from the worst of it. Come, and I will show you.
Really? Nothing from me.
Just a little further,
What?
and you will see the end of a world.
Oh. Okay.
I shall protect thee. I shall protect thee. Together we shall overcome this.
Away with you!
The star was fading. We saw we had to weave its laws anew.
Gloves are off.
You underestimate me!
This is going to leave a mark!
I shall protect thee.
This is going to leave a mark!
Together we shall overcome this. But between us and our goal loomed a final misbegotten fiend.
The last boss. Cathronic Riddle Barion. Right, what did I just put up? Finally, something that's actually for me. Let's go.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater!
And there's that done. Really? Oh well.
Well, well, you prevailed. Nevertheless...
The hell?
Your performance was underwhelming, and I remain unconvinced of your worthiness. Oh, you tower over your misbegotten ilk, no doubt. But should I bring my full strength to bear, well, you would be as leaves in the wind. The gulf between us is a reflection of the disparity between the world as it was and what it has become.
Our worlds may not live up to your lofty standards, but they are our worlds, our homes, full of life and love and hope. And we won't stand by and let you destroy them!
Alice!
You are a mistake. For we who have known perfection The shattered source and these shards are ghastly mockeries of the true world. The ephemeral lives you exalt are pale imitations, utterly devoid of meaning.
Belittle us all you like, but we will rise again and again, and give the lie to your insults through word and deed. We define our worth, not the circumstances of our creation.
More prattle.
Sure.
Fool. Who are you? No one. Nothing. Once I have reclaimed my heritage, my first act will be to expunge your stain from history's weave. My world will have no need for heroes. Still fighting the good fight.
It is true that all we hold dear is fated to fade away. But that is no reason for us to forsake it.
To take what steps we may, and thus mark the road for those who would follow. To strive for the best of all futures. Be this not also thy purpose?
Do not presume to speak of my future. And you? Why waste your final moments in futile defiance? Weary wanderer, you've no fight left to fight, no life left to live. You see, the light will not be denied. Surrender to your fate, and let the transformation take you. Rise up in madness and fury. Devour the vermin infesting the land which is rightfully ours. Now, Reed! Now!
Oh no.
Fight it. You have to hold on.
If you had the strength to take another step, could you do it? Could you save our worlds?
You know I could.
Take it. We fight as one.
Order.
This world is not yours to end. This is our future. Our story.
No, it can't be. Ah, that trick of the light. You are a broken husk, nothing more. How can you hope to stand against me alone?
We stand together!
I'm surprised you can stand at all.
I could not well leave matters half finished. Let expanse contract, Eon become instant. Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call!
Damn you! Damn you all!
I challenge you in itself. It ends this day, one way or another. It ends. First off,
Very well. Let us proceed to your final judgment. The victor shall write the tale, and the vanquished become its villain. But come, let us cast aside titles and pretense, and reveal our true faces to one another. I am Hades, he who shall awaken our brethren from their dark slumber.
so is Hades or his son? Dying gas now accessible. She lost the trial, so this should be fun. Hopefully it's not going to be much longer. Hopefully it won't be more than 15 minutes. Hopefully there's another 3 more minutes, hopefully. How long am I going to be waiting? Just I'll be waiting for a while. Yeah, finally. Right, finally I can do the trial and finish the quest. Hopefully we can. Jesus, the fuck is that? I suppose that's probably what
Show
Hades
your
is like.
vaunted strength, and I shall expose the lie of your fragmented existence. darkness be purged! Darkness reigns! Flee, fool! You are unworthy! The arcane is mine to command! Scurry and scatter! By darkness be purged! Darkness reigns!
The hell?
The future of the stars are shaped by my hands! Raised up by the prayers of the fallen. Behold, a sorcerer of El, tremble before the glory. Pests!
Only your tomb. Drown in despair. My dormant breath, dream now or die tomorrow. Bio-gathered might must be made into vain reflections. Insomnia, I beseech you.
There we go.
No. Damn you. Damn your magic blessing. The world and every life upon it! Our tragedy must never again come to pass!
Fine bear.
You have no power over me!
Son.
Will not yield. Should I surrender this fight, what will become of it all?
Use us.
damn you!
Infernal strength!
Now! Strike with all thy might!
No damn.
Remember. Remember us. Remember that we once lived.
It's over. Emet-Selch is no more.
More importantly, how do you fare?
What dost thou see?
His ether. It is as it used to be. As a disciple of Zodiark, the Ascian was the darkness to your light. I can but assume that when you set your strength against his, the light within you was spent.
No, it's more than that. Under the strain of that incredible flood of ether, your soul had begun to break apart. Yet now it seems somehow restored. I tried to help you before the battle, but Emet-Selch stopped me. So, how did you... exactly what did you... Can you tell us what happened?
See if that works. Don't know why my mic is automatically picking up the desktop audio, which it shouldn't be. To help from a hero of this world.
I see.
Where to start? I believe I owe you all an apology. And you, most especially.
Let's get out of here first. I'm tired, or leave the lecture for later. It's good to see you awake. Go out here. No.
Well, 'tis good to be awake.
So, those mad souls dove straight into the ocean over there, did they?
All I could see from here was the whale, Master Chai.
'Twas surely Alphino and those friends of his. They did something heroic, mark my words. You need only look up there for proof of that.
As you say, my love. They're sure to be back, any moment now. Any moment.
They are coming back, aren't they? I couldn't bear the thought of...
There, dear. Everything will be all right.
No.
There, look! Over there, over the beach!
Ho there!
Greetings! You all right?
Welcome back!
I didn't think we'd be swimming the whole way back. Heavens. Heavens. Take me.
Oh dear.
Alphino! Oh, hells.
Wait! Where's Urianger?
He must have fallen behind.
But Shouldn't we look for him?
He'll wash up, sooner or later.
For the love of... Alphino!
Welcome back, dear ones!
And thus did salvation come to the first. The lamps of Amarot will fade along with Emet-Selk's enchantments, and the depths shall be as once they were. Mount Gulg will one day fall, and the Talos below yield to wind and rain. This tale, too, will fade with time, passing into legend as the world heals and moves on. Nevertheless, as ether obeys the cycle, as death and decay gives way to new life, so too do the memories we share inspire others to rise to greatness. For we who walk before may lead those who walk after. Your road goes ever on, as does your story, as does your legacy. Such is the hero's lot, to touch the lives of countless others.
Excuse me? You're the Warrior of Darkness, aren't you?
Yep.
Where are you from, really? And how did you get to be so strong?
And there's that. The end of patch 5.9. although now that I've finished 5.9, I've got a lot of bike quests to do as well. There's the Eden, which is a alliance 24-man, yeah, 24 with 3 different stories. There's 3 parts to it, just like the Crystal Tower. But this one's based on Nier Automata with 2B. I think the Eden one, that's also similar to the finals, I think. And then I've got all the 5.1, 5.2 and 5.3 patches story to finish as well. The 5.3 will include, well, is a collision to Shadowbringers. So I've got probably about another 30 story quests to go through. So yeah, once the credits are over, and then I think we get a cutscene at the end after the credits. And once I've been able to have control over my character, I'll then end the stream and have dinner. And probably stream more Final Fantasy 14 either Sunday, but be quite late, or Monday. Also, we've still got to see Zodiac and Hardling. We haven't actually seen them physically yet since their finals, so you'll probably be seeing them probably at the end of 5.3, probably, or in another expansion. So I believe there's meant to be at least another 2 more expansion packs after Shadowbringers. So it'd be 6.0 and 7.0. We might get 8.0 as well, I don't know. Yeah, I must say the credits are pretty long. At least, what, 20-30 minutes of credits. There's a video with rain. Why the film is ago? Oh my. I don't get it. Yep, we go. The film. No wonder. Don't know. Just put them. When noise gain or gain. There we go. That should be alright, I think. Don't know why I disappeared. Maybe because I disabled it. Just see how that goes. Probably there's an update as well for OBS. really, I might shortly pick up my desktop audio at all. It's either there, in my headsets, but the jack, audio jack, is probably not working very well. Like, I don't know, it's probably deteriorating. I mean, I do say, I think it was audio jacks were not that great than USB powered headsets. USB lasts longer or something. So yeah, when I do get a new headset, I'm gonna make sure it's got a USB instead. Either one with a Type C that converts to Type A, which is I believe an Asus headset has that. So that would be better for me. Is that Emmett Silk or Hades? Anything? So if there's 14 or the source and 14 reflections, that means there's several other worlds out there. I think a couple of them destroyed though. One of them's now deployed. I don't know how many there are left out of the 14. This is the first one, that's why it's 41st. So maybe in future patches or expansion packs, probably go to like another world or something to further prevent the rejoining, maybe. quite a lot of third-party studios took part. A lot. It's like a lot. Yeah. Easier. Here we go, we're near the end. Here comes Legos. And this also was Eden and your heart, Dark Apocalypse. I thought I'll be doing them probably after 5.3. Now, time to end this. I knew the Knights Blessed were amongst the revered eye, but the Crusader was so crowded I thought it safe to speak my true name. Poor Runa and his ilk were gripped with panic, as you may recall. It is customary not to reveal one's true name outside of family and ceremony. Yet when I hurried to explain that all present were like family, I was greeted with an outpouring of tears. An emotional people, the blessed. It would seem I don't know my own limits. I had thought to push on till dawn, but my body had other plans. Still, I did enjoy the carousing while it lasted, even I need to forget my cares every now and then. What I don't need is to wake up to Alphino smirking at my bedside. He said my face was a rare sight while I slept. Gods, I hope I wasn't drooling. It would seem that the city celebrated long into the night, not that I would know, as embarrassing as it is to admit. I woke to find myself in the infirmary, having apparently collapsed from exhaustion. My aching pride was somewhat soothed by the sight of Alice sleeping in the bed next to mine. She must have been just as wary. Long has it been since I've seen her face so peaceful in repose. Just a rare, tranquil morning, made unforgettable by the sight of those clear blue skies. The ending to this tale have been a joyous one indeed. Myriad were the lessons learned, yet there is one of particular import. It is imperative that I master magic to grant my feet purchase upon the water, or else allow me to part the sea at will. I must needs visit Bismarck in due course and scrub his teeth in thanks. Mayhap the airy arts of a fairy whale might be imparted to mortal men. We shall see. We shall see. People came from mums around to join the festivities, but most seem to have stumbled home by now. Even so, I dare say Northrant will echo to the sound of clicking mugs for some while yet. I thought to indulge in a little revelry myself last night, until Orion J began to list all the names of my drunken conquests. I ended up drinking water. Oh, Crusoe, are you well? No ill after effects? To my eyes, you seem completely healed. It really is a miracle. Speaking of happy surprises, I was amazed to see the crowd that greeted our return. I hadn't realised just how many people we'd met along the way. And did you see their smiles right there, then and there? I vowed to do whatever I could to keep that joy from fading. Oh.
By your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the Sin Eaters driven to retreat. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history? Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world. Yet I am very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the First.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the Source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
So, you'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow sires, would you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all. Send word when you've resummoned our friend. Oh, and do try to ensure he arrives within the city next time.
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
Oh dear.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
Just a moment while I attune the portal. Then you can be on your way. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh. A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side.
So you can't pass
Would
to the
that it was
source.
so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
This is the Black Rose's doing, I think.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Same as the others, struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty.
I know who struck him. Seen us.
Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them. That was the Emperor.
Oh boy.
Wait! Ugh! You Radiants!
Gaius, you've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
Identify yourself, demon!
You were hoping for the Ascian? The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
Only if we trust in a paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat. Gaius!
He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore? True freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
"'Tis you, Father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons."
You would kill me just for that.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt will not do so twice!
Shit.
I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and then, my friend, our contest shall begin anew.
Xenos!
Oh, you've returned. Was there a lull in the fighting over there, or? I've been keeping that Valkyrie on Kara's safe and sound. Do you need to use it again? Nope. Now back in Modena. Oh. But, Crusoe, is it really you? But how? When we didn't think you'd be back for ages. Would you rather I went again? Time moves in mysterious ways. Right, so it does. The reports you had delivered by that excitable little pixie said as much. As for the situation on this side, the Imperials are still eyeing our forces from afar. From what I'm told, the Guardian armies have been slow to react and seem reluctant to commit to any large-scale engagements. It's an odd sort of stalemate. Otherwise, we've yet to see any sign of that awful rose weapon we were warned about. Oh, but I suppose we did call it in an old friend to help out on that count. Hehe, Carl and I had a terrible time tracking him down, so it will be worth it to see the look on your face when you find out who it is. Anyway, I was just about to make contact with this helper of ours, and then confirm the latest news from the front. Might you fancy having a rest while I do? Ah, the Warrior of Light, back where he belongs, just as if nothing had happened. Though you do seem different somehow. You'll have to tell me all about your adventures when we next have a spare moment. Until then, welcome back. And we get a wind-up grad here. It features where his destiny awaits. We also get Archestrion roll. Tomorrow and tomorrow Archestrion. Music roll for tomorrow. Okay. Complete. Database. Oblivion has claimed him. Emmett Selk gone. Lair Breyer gone. I alone remain, the last of the unbroken. Wait. How can you be the last? Isn't there like 14 of them? So that means 13 gone. Okay. Once more, I am moved to reevaluate the potential of these tattered souls. Ah, Xenos. Never did I dream you could overpower me so completely, possessed as I was of your body and all its uncanny strength. And now that I have shared with you the truth of this world and its reflections, who can predict how events will unfold? Not I. Emissary, what a poor jest that title has become. The flow of history has become muddled, its currents well beyond my capacity to direct them. They have wrested the advantage, Heidelin. The thriving hands of your disciples tightened their grip on our star. The origins of the world remain hidden, and its inhabitants ignorant of their broken existence, just as you and your creators desired. They celebrate the gift of imperfect life, uncaring, unknowing as we weaken and fade. But do not imagine yourself rid of us. Though your champion has indeed proven the most ingenious obstacle to our ascendance, a barbed thorn in my side, he may yet be removed and cast into the abyss. Oh yes, it can be done. I will keep these heroes mired in the first, and victory will be ours at the last. Warriors of darkness now, are they? Then their fate is decided. They shall meet the same end as those who came before. Death at the hands of warriors of light. Oh damn. So this is Eden, I think. It seems you were right. Yes, there is something out there. Bear with me in crossing realms and realms of this infernal emptiness, which is rather unhealthy for living creatures, as I understand it. Even were we to restrict ourselves to brief forays, I don't like to imagine the effect it would have on our ether. But you still want to go, don't you? We may have saved the world, but we haven't reclaimed it. Ah, when you put it that way. What choice do we have? Well, of course I'm going with you. That's what family is for, isn't it? Come, let's head back and prepare for this mad journey of yours. Thank you, Frankfurt. Oh. Though blazing skies give way to gentle night, what hand can end the war of dark and light? You have completed the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers. By opening the trust interface located on duty, you may now repeat previously completed main scenario dungeons with a party of NPC avatars. Avatars will gain XP and level up in accordance with their duty participation. For more information, please refer to the help found within the interface itself. Furthermore, bolstered by your experience in affairs, you are now able to accept new quests from job-related NPCs in the source. In order to access them, the following conditions must be met. Reach level AC in a given job. Complete the relevant level 70 job quests. Which is what? Complete the associated role quest line, which is obviously the tank. Quest locations and other details can be reviewed in the level 70 job quest journal entry. In addition, quests to unlock new content have now become available in the Consortium First World Warrior of Light and Darkness. For 2 worlds of adventure await your return. So I've now got the new title, Shadowbringer. So now, let's see. Profile. There we go. I think the other one I was on, Swelling Abyss, was there it is. That's for sure that was on Dark Days Night 3. Might be something to do with Dark Knight. There we go. Also, use that. Obtain 50 minions. Heh. So, got some new quests then, I think. So, I don't know what ones they are. Well, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Let's see if we can raid. Well, I'll be back with more Final Fantasy 14 either tomorrow or Monday. But I'm gonna raid Pizza. There we go. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed my journey with Shadowbringers. So I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.